Okay, in this video we are going to look at another property of indices, one of the other laws of indices. And this property in indices is when you have something raised to a power and then that is in a bracket raised to another power. There is a property that we can exploit. We're probably best to see this just done by an example. Let's imagine that we had 5 cubed. Okay, let's imagine we had 5 cubed and that was squared. Remember, squared means times by itself, so 5 cubed squared means 5 cubed times 5 cubed. And if we were to recall back from our multiplying indices video, when we've got two terms multiplying and the bases are the same, we can add, which would be 3 plus 3, which would be 5 to the power 6. So we can go from here by writing it out in full to get from here, write out as 5 to the power 3 times 5 to the power 3 to get 5 to the power 6. Or we could exploit this property here. Essentially, if we have an expression in this form, to get a simplified version, what we can do is we can just multiply those two terms together. For example, 5 to the power 3 to the power 2, if we just multiplied 3 and 2 together, we'd get 6, so it would be 5 to the power 6. We'll try a few more examples just to make sure we're comfortable. Okay, let's look at number 1. It's x to the power 5 to the power 4. So essentially we've got a power raised to a power. So what we can do in that case is we can just multiply those powers together. So that'll be x to the power 5 times 4, which should be x to the power 20. If you weren't sure, if you couldn't remember that property, if you couldn't remember it in an exam, x to the power 5 to the power 4 means you're doing x to the power 5 times x to the power 5 times x to the power 5 times x to the power 5. And if we were to apply the law of indices when we're multiplying, we would just add all those together to get x to the power 20. It doesn't matter which way you want to choose. This way is obviously faster, but here's a strategy for if you forget. Right, number 2, we've got y cubed to the power 10, so we can just multiply the powers together. It will be 10 times 3, or 3 times 10, which will be y to the power 30. Number 3, z to the minus 7 to the power 8. We can just multiply the powers together, so that will be minus 7 times 8, which is going to be z to the power 56. No, it's not. It's going to be z to the power minus 56, because a minus times a positive is negative. Okay, let's look at this example here. We've got 2x cubed squared. And I'm going to do it the long way first and then show you how you can apply the formula. 2x cubed squared means you're doing 2x cubed times 2x cubed. If we multiply the numbers together, we get 4. And then the indices, we can add the powers together to get x to the power 6. Okay, that is what this actually means. This is what that means. So, that's method 1. Or, you could apply the formula. So we've got 2x cubed squared, so you can just apply the power to the number part. So we're going to square 2. So 2 times by itself is 4. And then just approach the indices like we normally would. We would multiply the indices together to get 4x to the power 6. Okay, here we've got 5y to the power 8 cubed. And once again, I'm just going to do it both ways to show you can get the same answer. Right, so 5y to the power 8 cubed. That means that we're going to do 5y to the power 8 times 5y to the power 8 times 5y to the power 8. Looking at the numbers, 5 5s are 25 times 5 is 125. And y to the power 8 times y to the power 8 times y to the power 8, I can just add those together to get y to the power 24. Or you could apply that formula. We could cube 5, which means 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. and then we could just apply that rule to our indices. So it's going to be 8 times 3, which will be 125 y to the power 24.